Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership.
Built some momentum for the team with this 50 partnership. The team will be hoping now it can contribute to a very strong total.
Yeah, well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Bowling. Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Waiting. Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Good return there, back from the deep. Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whiz past the batsman. The umpire says that's the first of two.
Yep.
This batter really is the key now. Picking up the boundaries when they need them. Just the sort of thing the team needs.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Well, there was a split second to decide which end to throw to. In the end, it was a poor choice.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. 14 runs added there. India are 1 for 104. right out of the middle.
What a lovely shot, and it flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling. Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whizzed past the batter, and the umpire says that's the first of two.
Solid defence, very compact.
Just need to settle down. The ball is there to hit. They're trying too hard, I think, to really smash it, rather than just time it. That ball just fizzed off the pitch. A superb delivery, although they can't do any more short stuff this over.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. There'll be one run here for them.
Good precision with a throw back from the deep. Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
End of the over, 5 off it. India are 1 for 109. Green coming into the attack from the Paddington end.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Good return, back from the deep. They haven't messed about, brings up a rapid 50, hasn't let any of the bowlers settle.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Yep.
Nicely played.
What a lovely shot, really good timing, out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery, and a fine shot in the end.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Over. India are 1 for 119. Start back on now. They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Yep.
The batsman brings up their half-century.
Well, it's a case of blink and you miss it with this innings. 50 brought up, and what a devastating passage of play it's been.
Yep.
Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
And that takes his partnership to 100 runs.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
That was pure elegance, right out of the textbook, that shot.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Right off the middle of the bat.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Got that away nicely.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
This is really awesome shot making. The innings is building very nicely. They have to be looking towards that century.
Wait there.
It mightn't get to the boundary.
Yeah.
Should at least get a couple.
Good return there, back from the deep. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Got right in behind it.
Wait there.
Well, not a great... delivery, got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait. Yep.
They'll get at least one. A couple on offer here.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
9 runs added there. India are 1 for 152.
Yep.
Poor ball, all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides.
They shouldn't be able to get that many runs without hitting the ball. What on earth is that fielder doing?
Wait there.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Waiting.
Nice shot, runs possible. Good shot. It's found the gap.
Ball is in.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield. 8 runs added in that over. India are 1 for 160. Green from the Paddington end.
Well, bow.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Wait on. No.
Needs a direct hit.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Wait there. Wait. Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Wait there.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Misjudged that throw and the batter survived what would have been a certain run out.
End of the over. India are 1 for 165.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Waiting.
Really good shot there.
Yep.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Very fluid batting into the 90s at about a runner ball. Just needs to keep settled and not think too much about the century.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
That was a lovely flowing drive through the covers to pick up the 4.
13 runs added there. India are 1 for 178.
Yep.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Keeper. Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
The batsman brings up their century.
They have well and truly hammered this attack today to all parts. A brilliant innings at well over a run a ball.
Yep.
Timed that brilliantly.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Green shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Wait there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Wait.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Keeper.
End of the over. 14 runs coming from it. India are 1 for 192. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the Randwick end. Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing. Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard-pressed to stop it.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Yep.
Thick edge.
Keeper.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. 6 runs added in the over. India are 1 for 198.
Wait on!
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
Well, they lose at the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
It was an average sort of an innings we saw from them. You know just how rare it is, though, to see a batter of this calibre miss out twice. Straight to the fielder. Needs to be on target. Trouble. Oh, gone.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Solid defence, very compact.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Yep.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
That was another well-timed shot that raced to the boundary and closing in on that century now.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
You sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. India are 3 for 206. Drives and misses everything.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yeah.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. That's 2 boundaries in 2 balls. Beaten on the drive.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yeah.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
10 runs added there. India are 3 for 216.
Yep.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Nice shot.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Green is finding it difficult to contain this pair at the moment. My advice would be to go back to your stock delivery and move on from there. They'd look for a couple here.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Just about timed that perfectly.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now. That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Good bit of timing there.
Got to get the length right, the line right. It was all wrong. Crashed away for 4.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Right out of the middle.
Full and good night. Just leant on that. Didn't have to do much and got 4.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on. Doesn't beat the infield. A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Start with the ball in hand again.
Yeah.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Yeah.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team. Stark with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Waiting.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Nicely played.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle and it raced to the boundary.
End of the over. 8 off it. India are 3 for 253. Labuschagne, the spinner, coming into the attack. Great shot.
Fantastic century. Totally deserved to take all the accolades from the crowd. It's been a sublime innings so far.
Yep, they'll get at least one.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Strong appeal. This should be close.
Yeah.
Perfectly timed.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary. A poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
266.
Start from the Paddington end.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Oh, Yep.
These two are so quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were looking for another, but I think that would have been too risky.
Wait.
Brilliant shot that.
Yeah.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Cummins, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Power and precision in that shot.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
Top class innings, been playing very nicely out there and brings up the half century.
Yep.
Chance to run two.
Bowler's in.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. absolutely nailed it.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Just perfection. A majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Catch. Yep.
Good catch.
Yeah!
Out. Labuschagne from the Randwick end. Drives and misses everything.
Labuschagne with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up. Very full, spray the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
Catch it.
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin.
Waiting.
Only a touch full and put away.
Yeah.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
No.
There'll be one run here for them.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Brilliant shot that.
Yep.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4. Driven away nicely.
Over. India are 3 for 290. Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Keeper.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.